Hi everyone, this is Dango from Rocky Valley server. In this video, we are going to talk about how are the current best players to fight with the Asian cow in Chinese server. So there was an Excel sheet about statistics of what characters people use to clear Asian cow in server 1 and server 3. And but the problem with that Excel sheet is that that was analyzed like a month after the Asian cow is released, so it is kind of old, and now people have figured out better method to clear Asian cow. So this is why I'm doing this video, just to let you know what are the current meta in Chinese server. So let's jump into Nidhogg first. So Nidhogg is the poison dragon. Yeah. So let's see. So the advantage faction are princess faction and legend faction. So it looks like this is kind of interesting. So it looks like clarity is actually used in the best it's used in the best players team. So but mostly I remember these Tiarius and Liana. These two you will need them, and you will need Luna also. You will need Lana. Lana is a very common pick. Ritual, some people use. Claret, some people use. And here we have, here we don't have Claret. We still have Ritual, but we have Joshua. Joshua is actually very strong. He has a skill that can reduce the damage taken, so he's actually very tanky. And here, we have Angelina. Angelina is also very strong. It's just not that many people trained Angelina to use her in this boss, but she's actually very strong. She can use all the skills that to reduce the cooldown of the debuff, so this is why she can be very good. And here, we have and again like Joshua and Luna, this kind of similar team. And and the other characters you can use is Rini and Yulia. So you can definitely use Rini. Just again, not that many people train Rini because Rini isn't that strong in PvP. These very competitive players, most of them still care about PvP. So this is why you see less Rini. But Rini is actually very strong. This is number 5, rank number 5. He's using Rini. And then 6, we have Yulia, and other characters are kind of similar. And the 7, we actually have Lanfont. Lanfont is also very good in Asian cow. His problem is kind of similar. Nobody really use Lanfont in PvP, so so you rarely see Lanfont. And land use can be used here, but land use is not really ideal. You can see there is a pretty big gap between this player and the other player, like number 7 and number 8. At least number 8 is using land use, but land use isn't really great in this boss, just because tank has no significant usage here. You don't really need a tank. And here again, Claret and Cherry. And here we have Joshua and Chris. But you can always see these 4 characters: Lana, Luna, Liana, and Tiarius. These 4 characters, it is very hard to replace. You have to use Lana, Luna, Liana, and Tiarius like always, and then you can see if you have a better Joshua, or if you have a better Yulia or Rini, or this kind of other characters. Basically this is again another Rini user. So Rini is decent here, Clarity is okay here, Yulia is okay here, another Rini, and then here another Yulia. So basically another Angelina. So basically the fixed spots are these 4 characters: Tiarius, Liana, and Luna and Lana. Then you can have 2 characters that depends on who you build and who you don't build. So these 2 characters you can select based on your choice. And then this is Nidhogg. And then let's jump to Fenrir. So Fenrir is the dark faction, and this Fenrir is actually the dark faction and the princess faction. So okay, so I think we can see it here. Fenrir. So let's see what people are using. So this Fenrir, the fixed spots are actually Varna and Basil and Lana. So and Jajula. This is just because the boss will release AoE attack, so Treasurer is really needed if you want to get higher score in this boss battle. So basically, Varna, Lana, and Basil and Treasurer is kind of needed. And then Rini is very good in Fenrir also. Lots of Rini players. Last week the best players are all using Rini, but now this kind of shift again. This player was not is not using Rini, but you can see still a lot of Rini here, and also Boron can be used. Altmoner can be good here as well. Altmoner and Boron again. Yeah, Altmoner and Boron again. So this is basically like Dark Faction Rini. Rini is actually very strong here. And also like Altmoner can help you survive a little bit longer, so you can have more turns. And then Juggler is really needed. So Juggler, Lana, and Basil, and Varna, these 4 characters, all people are using that. There is no single exceptions. And then Listiel can be used here, but you know, Listiel isn't really ideal in this case. Like, it's just Listiel has the healing reverse ability, but not very high damage ability. So yeah. So we really don't have much Listiel here. But Rini looks a very common pick. And also Altmoner looks also pretty common. So this is about Fenrir, so you have an idea. So you basically need to have Juggler, Lana, and Varna and Basil ready, and then depends on who you have. You can either use Boron, Altmoner, and also like Rini, or like if you really don't have those, Listiel, you should have that if you do PvP battle. Yeah, and then yeah, that's it. So and then let's jump to Sleipnir. So this Sleipnir is this boss, which I believe the advantage fraction are Orange of Light and strategy. Let me check, just to make sure. So Sleipnir should be oh, it's actually Impair and strategy. So yeah, Sleipnir is Impair and strategy faction. So let's see what people are using here. So Sleipnir. Yeah, so in this battle, if I'm not remembering wrong, people always use Altmoner. Like, you really need Altmoner to tank in this case. Altmoner with last rights. If your Altmoner has no last right, you cannot use him. But if you don't have last right, then you can't really do this boss well. You have to have a Altmoner with last right to do this boss. And then Lanfond is actually very good in this boss. Luna again is very good. Leon is very good. And the healers, usually people run 2 healers here. You can either use Iris and this is the Olivia, or you can also use Iris and Diana. Diana is strong enough that you can use her without any bonus. So yeah, so here this is basically the same team. Yeah, this is actually the hardest boss, and you have less flexibility here. But you can see here, as I said before, Liana can be also used as a healer. And very interestingly, this guy is using 3 heals here. Olivia also heals here. And yeah, very similar. This is a very hard boss. The other, like, you can try to use Vegas, but he's not as good as Altmoner in terms of tanking. And yeah, Vegas, yeah, some people use that. And here, some people also use Boron. I don't really understand how Boron can be useful here. I don't think Boron can do much in this boss. Yeah, it is better that you use this kind of team. Yeah, lots of people, like, very similar. Sometimes it's just you know, a difference between like Vegas peak and Lanfond peak, right? But you know, you can see all these top 10 people, they need to use Altmoner to tank. There is just this only one exception who is using Vegas to tank without using Altmoner, and he's using Elven. Yeah, I don't really think Elven is good here, but you can try it. Elven probably needs the move again bot. You know, this spirit of yeah, like some spirit boot or something like that. Yeah, Boron also needs Spirit Boot. So, and Automoler is better with Spirit Boot, but you can live without it. So this is how this boss works. Yeah, basically, the other healer you can use is Amanda, but you know, not all people have a good Amanda, so this is why Iris is like needed. Like all these people, top 20 are using Iris without any single exception. Yeah, and Leon very good again, Luna very good, Olivia very good, Automoler very good. And then let's jump to this Jormungandr or this boss. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to pronounce this Jormungandr or Jormungandr. Yeah, but this boss is this one. So this is Orange of Light and Legend. Yeah, no, Orange of Light and Meteor Faction. Yeah, let's just double check to make sure. Yeah, Meteor Faction and Origin of Light Faction. Yes. And then let's check what people are using here. So Jormungandr here, and then yeah, this Sophia is used, and yeah, I remember this is a boss that the boss will also do AoE damage to you, so Jugular is really needed. And Joshua here is awesome, is very good, because Joshua again, he has a very high damage reduction. You don't use that skill in PvP, but this is why Joshua is actually also good in PvE. And also Luna is kind of needed. Tiarius is a must-have for your team. And again, yeah, basically this is a very standard pick. If you don't want to use Sophia, you can also use Shoujo Jessica. I have tried the Shoujo Jessica earlier, but it doesn't, you know, it is not as good as Sophia probably. So you can also use Sleipnir. I kind of doubt why you need Sleipnir. Yeah, but this is like the second highest score, so for some reason this Sleipnir is also working. And then here, yeah, this is more of a standard team. Claret is pretty good here also, probably because Claret has a ton of damage reduction, and she can, you know, move out and move in easily, and then I mean move out of the boss attack range. And then yeah, so Claret is actually very popular. So this is something I was not expecting. All these top players are all using Claret. So yeah, so Claret sucks in PvP now, but you have some special use on Ancient Call. So maybe you can still try to summon one or two copy for her if you want to, you know, if you really like Princess Faction. Yeah, and Angelina is also very good here. Again, just you know, not that many people have a very strong Angelina, so this is the main problem. Yeah, but we still have some Angelina here. But it really is like Luna. This Tiarius is very needed, and the other character that is very strong here is actually Griot and Layla. Yeah, they are very strong in this boss battle, but again, you know, they don't really have a focused retap banner, so you know, not all people have 6-star of them, so it's kind of it is kind of hard for you to actually use them without high star. But just because their combat healing ability, they are actually very good here. And we have one Cherry here. I don't really think Cherry is good, but maybe his Cherry is just a top tier. Yeah, but mostly people use Joshua a lot. People use Luna and Tiarius a lot, and also Sophia. These four is mostly commonly used. Jugular is really needed here. I kind of don't understand when people don't use Jugular how they can survive the AoE attack. Maybe with Sophia, their defense is high enough that they can survive the AoE without a major problem. You can see most people are still using Jugular, especially those top scorers. They still use Jugular. Without Jugular, I believe it is kind of hard to, to make the battle long enough so that you have enough score. all these top 10 people use Jugular. So really, you need Jugular here. You need Sophia, you need Tiarius, and Luna is a very good pick. Joshua is a good pick. Clarity is a good pick. If you don't use Clarity, then you can also try. This Sleipnir for some reason. Maybe we'll figure it out later. And also, Zareda can be used, and also Angelina can be used. Even Sigma can be used. And then we have this H&M. This basically is two birds from Odin. So yeah, this is let's check these balls. So the advantage faction should be just the light faction. Oh, this is the protagonist faction. Yeah, just the protagonist and then glory faction, right? Should be glory and protagonist. Yeah. So let's check what people are using. For H&M. So again, oh, Matthew, yeah, Matthew is very popular, and I remember Norm is very popular here. And the two hitters you will use here are Tiarius and Liana. Yeah, I don't need to say why Tiarius and Liana is so important. Basically, if you don't have these two hitters, you cannot do action call. Just farm these two characters to higher star as soon as possible, especially Tiarius. You can live with Liana at lower star, but you cannot have a Tiarius at lower star. Your Tiarius has to be 6 star or at least a 5 star for you to do better in Asian call. And then people use a lot. And then Varna is a popular choice, but actually I have to learn how Varna can be worked. I also tried Varna before, Varna as archer, but it didn't work well because the problem for Varna is that we can see Varna is not a read up character. So the reason that people are using Varna is to actually use mass attack, because this is a boss that will debuff you a lot. So basically the debuff is like reduce your attack and reduce your defense and magic defense and reduce your intelligence. So yeah, you have like heavy debuffs for your character, and the way to overcome it is to first use Overload Badge. Yeah, if you have Overload Badge, you just give Overload Badge to all your DPS, and then the other method is to use like nice attack from Varna to reduce the to get immune to attack and intelligence down. And then you have like Liana's mass protect, so you will get immune to defense and magic defense down. So this is why Varna is used here, mainly because this mass attack. If you don't use Varna, there is the other alternative choice, but it looks like top people are all using Varna. So this is probably why we failed to get ice level in last battle. But the other characters you can use, definitely Sigma, you can try it. If you really have a good Sigma, Sigma is actually very good here. Probably better than Matthew, but you can try it. The other character, if you don't have Varna, you have to use Grace, because Grace also has mass attack. So basically you have to have something that can help you, get this immune to attack down and intelligence down. Very critical. If you don't have Varna, again, you have to use Grace. But definitely it looks like, all these Grace players, they don't have as high points as those Varna players. So Varna looks like still a better choice. Especially you can see these top scores are significantly higher than those scores. And those people are using Varna, and also like Matthew, Norm is just very important, I don't need to say that. And Matthew can be very good here, especially if you have a bow Matthew here. And then, yeah, these builds, they can have just a bow Matthew for PvE content. And then, yeah, there isn't really like too many choices. You can use Sigma if you have it. You can use Sigma instead of Matthew. You can use Chris instead of Varna. But other than that, the box looks similar. I don't know what this Elven is doing. Yeah, I don't think Elven is a good pick here. Oh, the other character you can use is Astral. But again, yeah, this character is just I really love this character, but she's kind of poorly designed. So yeah, she's not amazing in PvP, and I actually can't see she is a top choice here as well. I can't see how can Astral be a top choice in this Asian call. But I mean, if you really love her and you put a lot of resource on her, maybe you can use her. But she's definitely not a top choice. Yeah, so out of like top 30, we do have 3 Astral. So yeah, but Norm is needed, and Thierry is needed, like Liana needed, and Varna really needed, just to bring the mass attack, I guess. Yeah. So this is all about the current meta of Asian Call. I think this like has a slightly change in the character people use. So hopefully you find this helpful. And if you do enjoy the video, please subscribe to my channel and give me a like. I appreciate that. Thanks and peace.